Good morning, everyone. Suburban Sentinel here with another episode of Gentleman's Rules. And in the last few videos, we've been talking about men's hats. And today we will address baseball caps and trucker hats, which are, in my opinion, one of the most often misused pieces of clothing for men. Before getting into the nitty-gritty, what is the difference between a baseball cap and trucker hat? Well, they're very similar. A baseball hat, like the one I'm wearing and this one, they're generally made out of all fabric. A trucker hat, the brim and or the front portion of the cap are usually a cheap foam, and the back of the hat is a nylon mesh for breathability. So similar in nature, similar in look, but they are different. And truckers' hats are sometimes known as mesh hats. So let's get into it. In the interests of brevity, I will just refer to baseball caps and trucker hats as baseball hats for the purposes of this video. And let me say at the outset, I have nothing against either type of hat. In point of fact, I wear both quite frequently. However, over the last decade or so, it's become very trendy or chic for men to wear baseball hats just about everywhere. If you are looking for trendy or fashionable, shut this video down right now, because this channel is about old school cool. And in my opinion, baseball hats should be worn very judiciously. So let's take a look at the whens and when nots of baseball caps. My rule of thumb is that baseball hats and the like should be worn mostly for utilitarian purposes. Of course, for attending a sporting event like a baseball game, they're fine. For doing yard work, great. Going out in public, I will run errands wearing a baseball cap. To me, it's fine to run to the bakery and the gas station and the hardware store. And of course, baseball caps are fine for being at the beach or going on vacation, that type of activity. Avoid wearing a baseball hat going out to a restaurant, taking a date out unless you're going to the beach or a ball game or something of that nature. No baseball hats at business meetings unless the hat or cap is part of your uniform. No baseball hats at the movie theater or plays or anything of that sort, destination type events. A lot of guys, particularly you younger guys, will offer a lot of resistance to these guidelines. Many guys say, I like baseball hats, I'm comfortable in baseball hats, I want to wear them all the time. Well, that's certainly your prerogative. However, you're going to look like every other knucklehead out there. If you want to add a touch of class, just wear a different type of hat. For you young men out there looking for Miss Right, a classy hat is not only a distinguishing garment, it's a good conversation starter. So I would encourage you single guys out there looking to have decent hats. In addition, even if you're an old married guy like me, hats can be beneficial. Quick story, I was at Kennedy Airport picking up my wife from a business trip a few years ago, and I happened to run into a gentleman at the baggage carousel. I was wearing a wool fedora, and he had on a deerstalker cap. I went up to him and just commented how much I liked his hat. I said, "Nice deerstalker." He said, "You're the first person in a long time who has come up to me knowing what the hat is, not saying, 'Gee, that's a funny hat,' or 'Nice Sherlock Holmes hat.'" And that led to a mutually beneficial and prosperous business relationship that persists to this day. A couple of quick notes on wearing baseball caps. Unless you're catching fastballs behind home plate, don't put your cap on backwards. And never, ever wear your hat sideways like some of these rappers and some of these other popular culture fools do. That's absolutely ridiculous. Again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with baseball caps and trucker hats, but like anything else, there's a time and a place. So thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. And remember, Bella the Camera Cat is always here to help. And follow the rule of ABC. Always be cool. Come on, Bells. Say goodbye.